Hello and welcome to The Update. I'm Heidi Tiltons. Guy Sebastian's former manager will spend at least 2.5 years behind bars after embezzling more than $600,000 of his clients' money. Titus was found guilty of 34 counts of embezzlement after pocketing the earnings that should have been transferred to the singer's bank accounts between 2013 and 2020. His lawyers are now planning an appeal. The Sri Lankan cricketer accused of sexually assaulting his Tinder date has been freed on bail. The multi-millionaire top-order batsman was in Sydney for the T20 World Cup when the alleged assault took place. He's been ordered to surrender his passport, wear an electronic anklet and pay $150,000 surety. The Workplace Minister says low unemployment isn't enough to increase wages. The jobless rate has dropped to 3.4% as 32,000 people find work, but data from the ABS shows real wages have gone backwards due to high inflation. Tony Burke says it shows why his proposed industrial relations reforms are crucial.
While real wages aren't going to be in front of the extraordinary inflation figures that we see at the moment, they should be at a figure higher than 3.1. That won't happen unless we change the law.
The Transport Workers Union has vowed to fight for compensation for food delivery riders impacted by the sudden shutdown of Deliveroo. Michael Caine from the TWU says the company refused to take part in negotiations over the introduction of regulations to give delivery riders better protection.
Rather than talking to the union and the government like other companies have, Deliveroo has spat the dummy. That's not good enough, and of course we'll be fighting to try and get some compensation for these workers.
It's feared a third person is missing in the flood-hit town of Eugowra in central western New South Wales. Police say the body of a man aged in his 20s was sighted in floodwaters on Monday, but no one of that age has been reported missing. Domestic airfares are soaring ahead of Christmas, with some now as expensive as international flights. Capacity constraints and fuel prices are being blamed for the surge. And Australia Post has been forced to issue an apology over a poorly worded sign at one of its Adelaide stores. The sign stating the outlet can't take Indian passport photos because of poor lighting and quality of the photo background has been met with backlash online. This sports update now is brought to you by Ladbrokes. Socceroos veteran Aaron Moy says he's grateful for another chance to play at a World Cup after the COVID pandemic stalled his career. F1 driver Mick Schumacher says he's disappointed after Formula One team Haas failed to renew his contract, and the Thunder has beaten the Wizards 121-120 in the NBA. Australia's Josh Giddey scoring 11 points for Thunder. In entertainment news, Ticketmaster in the US could be subject to an investigation following a disastrous pre-sale of Taylor Swift's The Eras tour. The company's website crashed as fans attempted to buy tickets, with some people told to wait 5 days to find out if their purchase went through. Rebel Wilson's girlfriend Ramona Agruma has opened up about the couple's life-changing adjustment to motherhood. Rebel and Ramona's first child, Royce, was born via surrogate earlier this month. The American entrepreneur says she wasn't prepared for how overjoyed she'd feel. And Denise Richards has been seen for the first time since her and her partner's car was shot at in a terrifying road rage incident. The actress and reality star looking shaken and tearful following the LA run-in. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team, but we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.